Welcome to the Geeks, Joysticks podcast. This show we talk about shows, movies, video games, and cool stuff we see during the week. I'm your host, Enterprise. With me and sometimes mi compio.
Felix.
Compa Felix. How you doing, dog?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good and good. I'm in this natural light, dog.
Hell yeah.
It's daytime, so it fucks up my whole set, yo. As much as I try, it don't work.
Son don't give a fuck about that.
Nah, he don't give a fuck about life. He do what he want. I do what I want. I don't know why I thought of like Rick James, and it has nothing to do with what I said. Anyway, my brain just did a giant circle, and it's in my brain. Did you see the Daveship Health thing?
No, what happened?
Oh damn! You didn't fucking see it. Somebody tried to attack him.
Oh, then I saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just saw a video where I think he was on stage, and some dude run up to him, and I don't know if I just saw the guy running towards Dave. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he tackled him. I don't know if he dodged him. I don't know what happened. I just know the one motherfucker booked it towards Dave.
Yeah, he kind of like tackled him, and then Dave like rolled with him weirdly. So he took he rolled with the hit. So he got tackled, but he like rolled with them. They fell to the ground, and then homie got stomped the fuck out backstage.
Holy shit!
You didn't see the aftermath?
No. So Dave stomped the guy?
No. I mean, he helped, but definitely Dave has a crew with him that has the ability to stomp people out, and that's what happened.
Holy shit!
Yeah, homeboy's arm was bending the wrong way in the fucking stretcher, and he was fucked up.
That's what you get for going up to Dave.
Did you see Chris Rock?
No. What happened?
He grabbed the mic and was like, "Was that Will Smith?"
Holy nita!
Yeah. They were at I think it was like a Netflix event, like a Netflix thing. I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know exactly what the event was, but there was a bunch of people, and he was Dave was about to present somebody up. Mm-hmm. Somebody charged the fucking thing. They fell, and apparently homeboy had a knife too.
Holy damn. Okay.
So what happened was like the best scenario that could have happened. They stomped his ass out, and then towards the end, Chris Rock grabbed the mic and said was that Will Smith?
Oh, he gave him a more way.
No, that's what you get.
Did Dave say something?
About what?
About that? Like did he come out and like, oh motherfucker?
Oh yeah. He was like he had like, holy shit. What did he say? Oh, I think that person was trans, or she said, he immediately made a joke on it.
Well, that's how pros roll.
He was like, "I'm sorry, I just came back from stomping out a motherfucker backstage," and like he's getting fucked up. He definitely kept talking about it for sure.
Holy shit! Okay,
but a lot of people are blaming Will Smith for it, because he was the first one who basically attacked a comedian, and is giving like permission to people, and then the person who did it. In Will Smith is a credible person, so he made it look easy to just walk up and attack people. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are blaming Will because it's pretty close to the prior events. The reasons why he attacked Dave, I don't think it's out there yet. I was trying to look for it, and that I couldn't find it. So I don't know if that person is actually LGBTQ member or what, but I don't understand. He got what he deserved in the stomp out.
I mean, of course, you don't walk up to anybody and do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always consequences to what you do. Is Will Smith to blame directly? No, but his actions. I mean, we saw this coming. Everybody saw this coming.
Yeah,
it's not just something that is gonna go unnoticed,
right?
And it was, I think, a good thing that he just flat out said he gonna go stomping.
Yeah, he stomped him, stomped his ass out, and not like a bunch of like I think who was saying? I think it was Joe Rogan mentioned it. He was like Jamie Foxx was in like a cowboy hat or whatever, and he got up to like help stomp the guy or whatever.
Yeah, motherfucker. Good on you, Jamie.
But yeah, I don't know what that guy was thinking was going to happen. Like he was going to get up there, stab Dave, and everybody was going to be like, "Yeah." I don't understand
what stab him. I mean, good thing that he didn't get out to pull. He didn't pull out the knife, but
That's what Dave said. This motherfucker clumsy as hell. And obviously, when I say motherfucker, that's not the word Dave is using.
Hell no.
He's using a word I can't particularly use. So it makes it funnier. You know, when comedians use that word, it's just funnier. You know, so he was like, "Motherfucker, clumsy as hell."
Especially in Dave's cadence.
Yeah, especially. But yeah, it's a wild world right now because it's just something that I would never imagine to do, you know?
And I don't see anybody, because here's the thing. That's only a U.S. thing. Because in Mexico, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Ever. Just because of that.
Well, also stand-up is in a baby stage here, too, as well.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, regardless of being at stand-up or being a public presentation, normally, dudes wait up until the show ends.
Yeah.
And then knife the dude. That's common courtesy. You wait till the show ends.
How about let's not knife at all, though?
I mean, in the perfect world, nobody knifes nobody.
How about let's not knife people? How about that?
But in our world, people use other people as knife hoods or knife sheaths or whatever.
It was just a wild
I'm not
situation.
condoning it.
I think I forget exactly the charges and everything else that in the other trouble homeboy is gonna get in. But just be chill, man. Be chill. As far as blaming Will for that, a little harsh, but I can see the argument. I can see what they're saying, you know, because he's such a pulverizing figure and he did that. He basically, Will, and it's been done before, right? But Will did it in such a public manner. He erased the imaginary barrier between the performer and the audience.
Oh, yes, he did.
So it was like people are now like, oh, well, yeah, I can just walk up there, right?
Because there's nothing physically stopping you to do it.
There's nothing physically in my way. I can literally just do that. We shouldn't. That's a no-no. You're not supposed to. But that's where I was like, see, Will? See what you did? Just to throw more salt in the wound. But it's not inherently Will's fault, obviously.
No. I mean, by association, maybe, but not directly.
No, not directly. But yeah, that was one of the crazy things that happened this week. You said you have not seen Doctor Extraño, huh?
Exactly. I'm gonna see it. Oh shit! What's today? 6?
Saturday, 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna watch it the 7th of May.
Stole. I guess a little spoiler alert. They did show Avatar trailer. Which I was shook about. What, you thought I was gonna spoil the movie? No, I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna hang up.
No. Spoiler alert! Everybody dies. And Spider-Man comes out, and Black Panther and T'Challa. Spoiler alert! No. They did show Avatar 2 trailer, which I was like, oh shit, they did it. You know, remember I mentioned it last week, and they actually did it. I wasn't expecting it to be I don't know. For some reason, I was like, nah, bullshit. But no, they did it. It was at the beginning, of course, of the thing. We can talk about the trailer more in depth when it actually gets releases on the internet, because I was like trying to look for it online, and apparently it's like not officially out like that, but it's out. So it just got me thinking of this weird form of releasing trailers now that has completely evolved. Whether or not this is the first movie, no, this can't be the first movie. Like how many times has there been a trailer in the theater that hasn't been uploaded yet? Like forever, right? That's not.
I mean, modern day, I can't remember.
It's not a new thing, is it? Maybe I just noticed now because I was trying to look for that specific trailer and I couldn't find it. I'm pretty sure. What I'm trying to say is, trailers get their first release in the theater, right?
That's the way it's supposed to be. But I don't remember. I legit can't remember. When was the time, or when did it happen that trailers released simultaneously with the movie and in the internet?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, because I was like, okay, I saw the movie on Thursday. The trailer's out on the theater, so the trailer must be on the onlines, and it's not. I couldn't find it.
That's interesting, because a friend of mine my coworker told me that, the Avatar 2 trailer was out, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna watch it later. And then she said, I never watched the first one, and I totally forgot to look for it because she hadn't watched the first one, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But looks like there's people who haven't watched a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, that's a common thing, man. I mean, that's, people. The movies are such a. It's weird. Movies is such a communal thing if you think about it, really.
Mm-hmm.
That if you don't partake in any of it, you can get looked at sideways for a second.
Oh yes, and I did that because I think Avatar at its time was such a huge phenomenon with the 3D and the visuals and everything that everybody that I know, everybody in the circles, even in people who are not avid movie goers or avid movie watchers or people who I couldn't give a fuck that watched movies, watch it even twice.
Yeah, movies is even though it's an activity you can do by yourself,
which is still frowned upon.
No, theaters. I'm saying just watching the movie. I'm trying to think. I guess everything is like that. If you think about it, everything is communal. You can do something by yourself and then have an impact. No, I guess not. It's weird. I don't know where I'm going with it. What I'm trying to say is that, but in this example, right? And I've been in her shoes. That's why I basically not started the podcast, but started definitely shows from the podcast and definitely started watching more movies. Mm-hmm. You saw her a different way because she didn't see this one thing that everybody who has partaken in and everybody in the world has seen, basically, right? Because it was the top earning movie of all time, or
for a second, yeah,
behind Endgame or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when you don't watch a movie that everybody's seen, everybody that's seen it has the same reaction. And what? You haven't seen that? And they get pissed at you almost for not partaking in this communal thing. That's what I mean is communal, because it creates some kind of community of people who've seen the movie. Mm-hmm. That's why that was basically the idea of this podcast, basically what the list is, because I was in her shoes in the sense that I've always been like, what? You never seen that? And to this day, I still get side eyes and, especially with my cousins and all that, or reactions to, what the fuck? You haven't seen that? Which creates a giant FOMO within yourself. You're like, damn, I haven't seen it. Should I see it? And that's why I'm like, okay, I got a YouTube channel where I have to see it now. There's a bunch of shit that I haven't seen.
But that creates another thing, because once you have to see it or once you have to do something, you don't enjoy it as much. Because at my job, my boss, for example, I love movies. I love everything to do with movies. I love everything around movies. But my boss don't give a shit about nothing about movies or music.
Yeah.
He flat out said, I don't like music. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, because
music is a wild one, because just like movies, there's all kind of music. You have to. It's like some of it has to. It's almost primordial to like. It's in our DNA to like music. So unlike music, it's a little like, okay.
And quote, music is useless. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Jesus Christ.
That's something to say. But that's how he views things. Mm-hmm. And the same with movies. I was listening to podcasts. I was talking about movies, and he was like, no, you have to curate what you do, because you have to intake things that make you better. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, you can watch a movie and you can get a glimpse of something, or you can take something from it every time. I mean, don't have to, even in porn, you get aroused, you get something from it. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're not learning anything from it.
Right.
But
you can learn some moves, how to flicker the bean. You can learn all kind of shit. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
I do feel you. But it was very interesting to see that. So once he's like said that, I started looking at people differently in the sense that, oh, I haven't seen that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Aren't you gonna say, why haven't? No, because you haven't seen it because of reasons. That's why.
Yeah.
Are you gonna see it? I don't know. Do you want to see it? Sure. Why not? But it's it really made me react to things a lot differently now.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to say something like he forced you to watch something because you started saying that.
Oh, no, he did. He was like, no, you have to watch this, this, and this. You have to pay more attention to this.
Yeah.
But once he started saying, like, you have to do this, I was like, you're making me do it? No, I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because I make you watch things. So I'm like, I wonder if because I'm making you watch them. But that's why I try to pick things that you would be curious on, or I let you pick or whatever. That's why that there is something true in that if you're not mentally prepared or mentally open to take in whatever you're about to do, you're just not going to enjoy it. You know, I've had this feeling with video games as well. If you're not in the mood of playing something, if you're playing it in the wrong environment, you're just not going to enjoy it. Being mentally or like, I can't play a whole game, and you've done this tons, right? I can't play a new game, especially a single player game, at someone else's house.
Oh, see.
I cannot do that.
I can.
But I know you can, but you have no other means to, right? You don't have the console, you don't have whatever you need to do that. I can't. I need to be by myself in my room, in me cave, with me shit, whenever I want to do it, because it kind of feels forced upon, you know? Same with movies. If you're not in the mood to watch something, right, you won't appreciate it. Or sometimes, I guess it's just a negative mindset. If you just don't want to watch the movie, you're not going to like it, because you can be in a blank mindset and just, all right, because all the movies I've told you to watch, right? You're not like, I don't want to watch this. You're like, okay, let's see, right? And then then you have the thoughts that you have the thoughts, you know? But if you blatantly don't want to watch them, sometimes whatever you're watching is good that you're like, oh, fuck, I did not want to watch this, and fuck, I should have. This is great, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm kind of linking it to when they put a movie on at school.
I'll see him.
And you're like, I don't want to watch this, you know? But you're not paying attention because you don't want to watch it, but you miss out on like great movies, you know?
Oh, yes, that has happened.
And then you're like, oh, fuck, that's what they wanted me to watch back then. I didn't realize what the fuck they were trying to show me. I guess that goes to that. But yeah, feeling in the mood of watching stuff and all that plays a huge part. That's why, you know, even now I've kind of cut out. We used to review every little thing, you know, when we started. Oh yeah. Now it's like, I'm not going to review stuff I don't want to watch, because I'm just going to shit on it anyway, and I'm not going to have a good time. I'm just going to waste time. So it's just like, pick the things I want to review, and we'll stick to that, right?
That's how the infamous E3 episode happened.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours long because I felt the need to explain every little thing. It's like, okay, you don't have to explain the Puyo Puyo fucking trailer, dog. You can just skip it. No pasa nada. You can skip the Puyo Puyo Championship 3. You know, who gives a fuck? I'm still learning about that. But yeah. But yeah, being in the mood for something definitely, because there's a difference between being in the mood for it. Like, I kind of want to watch some pew-pews, right? And you throw some pew-pews and you watch pew-pews. But there's a difference between that and going in completely blind. You know, can you do that? I guess that's the origin or the purpose of the something. What's it called? Something else? No, it's the play something button on Netflix. Have you used that?
Simone. Yeah, I've used it like a couple of times. One of them was...
And you watched everything that they put on there?
No, I've only used it a couple of times. One of them was with the episode. Remember that show you told me about? It was like Ghost Stories or Ghost something? Where the tsunami in Japan happened and people started...
Unsolved Mysteries, I think.
That one.
Or something with one of those.
The first time I used the Play Something video, that episode aired. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
And the second one, I think, was a Stranger Things episode, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But it kind of does that, catering to what your watching habits are.
But have you ever gone in blind and watched or played something?
No.
without seeing a trailer, without seeing anything. Just go blind. I think the easiest way of doing that is when you catch it on TV.
Yes.
So you see,
back in the day, Seaway.
Yeah.
That's how I saw. Fuck, what's this movie called? It's a very old movie. It's like a period piece, but a comedy period piece. Mm-hmm. I'll try to look it up. But this movie in my mom's house is like a classic now because we used to catch it on the TV. The first time we caught it was like, what the fuck is this? Why are these singing? Why are they laughing? Okay, let's see it. We watched it, and then it started popping on the TV on random days, and we were on the lookout to watch it. But that was one of those gems that we thought nothing about, and we saw it, and we're balls deep in.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before. Alpha Dogs, the Justin Timberlake one with the lady and the Bruce Willis and the skating one. There's been a handful of ones where I'm like, you're cleaning around the house or whatever, and the TV's just on, and the movie just starts, and you're like, oh fuck, John Q happened to that. I couldn't sleep.
Oh, John Q, that's a very good one.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep one night. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and the movie started. And I'm like, whatever, I don't want to move to shut it off, and then 2 hours later, it's 4 a.m. and I'm finishing the movie sobbing.
The Sunset Limited. The Sunset Limited is a movie. Oh, damn. Okay. The Sunset Limited is a movie that happened just like that. It's one of my favorite movies ever, just starring Tommy Lee Jones and the guy from Men in Black. Who's that? What's that name? Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. You had me so confused. I'm like, Will Smith?
Nick Fury. What's his name?
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson. Yeah. It stars those two. And I watched that movie because I couldn't sleep. It was like a summer break. And I was like, oh, why are they talking? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Half an hour and a half later, I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking crying.
Yeah. But you think there's more enjoyment if you go in blind?
Yeah. I mean, at the end, if you like it, yes, of course it's more enjoyment because there was something you didn't expect. It was
I think the zero expectations. It's the zero expectations on it. If you go in knowing something about what you're watching, you establish whether you like it or not expectations. So there's a measuring stick going in, right? Even if you've seen a trailer, you can't help but to think what the movies could be. And if a movie just starts, there's zero expectations because you have no idea where it's going to go. That's why the list, that's where the list comes in, because when the OG list that my cousins built, right, for me, because again, I was trying to fit in this movie world because every time they got together, they would talk about all these 80s movies. And I'm like, yeah, I've never seen The Matrix. They're like, what? Fuck out of here, right? A list started 300 movies later. There's the list, right? That's why I have a show called The List, because some of those movies are on there and I'm still adding movies and whatever, right? But with the list, is like, because I want to catch up and I want to relate with them, I have to watch this movie, Some of them I had not heard of. So I'm not going to watch a trailer to see if I want to watch their movie. They tell me to watch the movie. For some reason, I guess it's just because they're my older cousins. I'm like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck you say. I would watch the movie. Go in completely blind. And it's pretty cool, because you're going in with certain expectations where you think that this movie is one thing, right? And you watch it and it's completely different and it has nothing to do with what you thought was going to be, which you're like, oh, my idea is kind of better. I should write that down. Or, holy fuck, this blows my mind. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, right? A perfect example would be Oldboy, right? If I don't tell you what Oldboy is, that has to do with twists and stuff in the movie. If you have if you've never seen Oldboy, you're not quite sure what it is. The only thing you've heard about it is cool fighting in fucking Korea. Sure, watch the fucking movie, the original one. Your mind's gonna be blown. You're gonna be like, holy shit. So that's a fun way of, if you're open to that, of consuming movies, and you can find them to be more enjoyable. And my thoughts and reviews on those movies are better because I'm not going in with any expectations, Like one of the ones I did was Last Action Hero with Boss. This is on the list, is on the YouTube channel. Make sure you go check that out. I thought that was going to be something completely different than it was, or I had an idea with reading the synopsis or whatever, but the way that the movie happened, I was like, oh, I didn't think that was going to happen. I think this is going to happen. It was more jokey or more, PG-13 than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Just going in blind might be better, but you have to be open and you have to be in the mood too, you know?
The movie I watched was The Court Jester with Danny Kaye from 1955.
It's one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Well, let me add it to the list, bro.
The poster says colored by Technicolor.
Oh, damn. The Court Jester?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm writing it down for the list, bro. We're going to do The Court Jester.
Hell yeah. Oh, fuck.
Never seen it. Don't want to know what it's about. I'll just trust you and watch it. And if I don't like it, I'll judge you and we'll make fun of it, right?
Arre.
I probably will. Gonna like it. But yeah, bringing it back to the trailers. Now I think I don't know if it's just how it works in the world, or what, but trailers nowadays kind of follow the same tropes and kind of feel the same, don't they?
In what way?
If I say picture a action trailer, you already got the music in your head. You already got the boom. You got a helicopter shot flying over something, right? And then you got like a Michael Bay from the bottom turning up a shot of the main guy, right?
Oh, see,
like you have it in your brain how it is, how they all are, right? If you want to add glare, you can add glare, whatever the fuck. And if I say a rom-com, you already got that shit in your head, right? It's like a shot of a house, of the outside of the house, and he zooms in, and they're inside, and the guy has a problem with this, and the guy or the girl in a world, like it's all very similar now. But I think it goes by time, because trailers today don't look like the trailers they did in the early 2000s.
No.
And the early 2000s don't look like the ones in the 90s. You know, the 90s was very jokey. You know, it was very playful. It was also depending on the movie, but also trailer used to be like 30 seconds with someone telling you what the movie's about, with barely showing the movie, like barely showing any scenes of the audio of the movie. Right? It would be the guy. It would be the
or
movie
even
voice
subverting
guy.
Expectations with the trailer.
Yeah. It was harder to establish It was harder to establish expectations with the trailers, because now they show you half the fucking movie in 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. You're like, I already know what's gonna happen. You showed it to me.
Like what you said with Morbius. Like,
yeah,
you saw the trailer, you saw the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, we've said that from movies. You know, we've said that line 1,000 times in movies. You've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. So I feel like trailers have to evolve now, because they're all fucking the same. They're all shot the same. Every Marvel movie now is going to have some cool song that you've heard before, right? And there's going to be cuts, and then there's going to be moments where the music stops and something funny happens, and then it picks up again. And they're all the same, right?
Yep.
They're all exactly the same. So we got to start switching it up or whatever. And Marvel's got to the point where they don't show you what's actually in the movie. They show you something else, right?
Yeah, but footage they don't use,
or completely edit out, like this fucking Spider-Man guy getting kicked in the face. Remember that? And people zoomed in and like, they edited out a Spider-Man.
Oh, Simone, when Lizard gets kicked,
Lizardman gets kicked in the head, right? Or in Thor Ragnarok, right? They edited out the fucking eye patch because he had one eye or whatever at one point when he evolved or whatever. So
they should have left him like that.
Or,
I really like the idea that Thor be without the eye patch. Well, with the eye patch, sorry.
Yeah. Well, because you're like, what the fuck, right? But I don't know. I'm conflicted. It's difficult because you want to show the coolest parts of the movie to entice people wanting to go see the movie. Mm-hmm. But Marvel is such at a point where just an announcement, you're going to get people wanting to watch the movie. Like the trailer is not going to move the needle for a Marvel movie.
Oh, no.
Or maybe it does. You think it does? I don't think it does.
I don't know. Because, for example, the trailer for Spider-Man, that was cool. But the trailer for Doctor Strange is, I'm going to say, it does make me want to watch the movie more, but I already had the desire to watch it. Mm-hmm. It just pushes me a little bit further to do it But not, for example, the Eternals. Get fucked. No way. The trailer even was like, I don't want to watch it. I watched it because it was free, quote unquote. But no.
But that's just not a good movie.
Yeah, that's not a good movie. But trailers, in general, for me, they do push me a little bit further to watching the movie.
And then too many trailers push me away, you know? But that's also my option of like, because it's already on YouTube, boom, watch it. It's like the 4th trailer, 5th trailer, too many trailers. You're literally showing me all these fucking movies, right?
And the teaser is almost the trailer.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a teaser towards the end, maybe.
Okay.
But teasers are fucking annoying. I don't understand teasers. Teasers should just be 30 seconds of no footage of just like the opening or something.
Like how they did it back in the day. And I was back in the day, I'm say before 2010, there were 30 seconds and that's about it.
Yeah, no. I mean, the only trailer and teaser we're going to talk about today is House of the Dragon, and we'll get to it in a second, but it's over a minute long. You seen it, right?
Yep.
It's over a minute long. So it's like, so this is a trailer. This is not, you're not teasing anything. You're kind of showing me everything. It's wild. But bringing it back to my Marvel question, I wonder do you think there's people that see the trailer and say, I don't want to watch that?
Oh, yeah.
But that wanted to watch it before?
Not that they want to watch it before, but they do get deterred. Like, oh, look at that trailer. Oh, looks like shit. I'm not going to watch it. And they don't watch it. Because they think the movie is shit. But sometimes
I guess
the trailer is shit.
Bubbles does that a lot. He's like, oh, that doesn't look good. He did that with Morbius. He's like, I'm not watching. I'm like, all right, don't watch it. It looks kind of whack. I'm like, all right, you're fucking right. But I'm curious enough. There's a Marvel movie. I'm like, I have to. You have to, because again, you don't want to have fucking FOMO. Or I don't want to have FOMO of going in and like, oh shit, you know. Or whenever they review something, is it really that? Is it really an 8? Is it really a 5? Is it really a 4? Nah, it can't be a fucking 4. You're fucking wild.
You know what? I did went blind. Midnight Mass. I went totally blind on that one.
But you heard it was good, no? Going in?
The only thing I've heard up until that moment was that Instagram post you sent me, like, hey, dude, you're taking the bullet for this one. And you sent me the poster, you sent me the 10, and I was like, why is it a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
And by the end, verga, güey.
Posters are a crazy thing, too, because I feel like that's something that's kind of dying out, or maybe it's just I don't know, because I love the feeling of leaving the theater, right? And there'd be posters of the next shit coming out, but
yeah,
I think we're too involved now to the point where like, okay, we knew that was coming, but I loved back in the day to see a poster and not know what that is. And that spark interest just by the poster of like silhouettes of people or whatever, right? Especially if it was like an established IP, like silhouettes of Scooby-Doo, right? And it's like, oh, the mystery was coming, right? But they don't show you what they look like. They don't. So that's that you're like, what the fuck? The one that blatantly, I remember still in my mind. I forget what we were watching, but we were leaving the theater, and there was a poster of Shrek, the first one, before it was established. So you've never seen Shrek before. And this ogre green thing with antlers. You're like, what in the fuck is that? I want. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But nowadays we're leaving the theater, and you know what that's Death in the Nile. That's this, that's that, that's whatever the fuck, right? I wish they kind of revealed that a little bit more. Don't say anything. Don't say shit. Don't put anything online. Just send posters out to the theater, and you'll be like, wait, what in the fuck is fucking the floob? What is the floob? And everybody's talking about the floob. You got to look for the floob, and it's not online. And I feel like that will spark more interest than just like, here's the floob teaser trailer, and then 2 months later, here's the floob trailer, and then 2 months later, here's the floob trailer 2. And then you're like, everybody's about the floob. And then people already saw their fucking floob movie in their brain. Just imagine the whole marketing is just posters at the end of the theater. I feel like that'd be wild.
That would be, I think, more effective.
Nowadays,
because you can interpret an image 1,001 different ways. But when you get the video, it's like, oh, that's what it is. Okay. But it does spark more conversation and more imagination when you only have a picture and a name and nothing else. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Because the poster you sent me with Midnight Mass with the IGN 10, I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is there a priest? Why is... Okay, I kind of get it with Midnight Mass. Okay, but what's it about? There was a lot of questions. A lot. And when it dropped on Netflix, I ate it up. I ate it the fuck up. Yeah, and that was just from the poster.
Yeah, from the poster in the 10. The 10 had a lot to do with it.
The 10 had me questioning, why the fuck is it a 10?
Exactly. So it's not an expectation, but a curiosity is sparked, which leads you to maybe forming a slight expectation. Because if I tell you something to 10, that's a whole different thing and a whole different conversation with scoring. But that sets an expectation because it's got to be dope. It's got to be at least cool. You know, if anybody says it's a 10, right, and you go watch it, you know that you're going to be it's at least an 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's at least a 5. It's not a waste of time, right? But I do kind of wish a movie would come out with just a title like they did back in the day, you know? Because back in the day, like back in the day, there wouldn't be fucking posters. Or that would be the only form of I guess showing off their movie would be the poster. But even before that, it was just words on a marquee. You know, I guess they always had posters, right?
Yeah, posters. Yes,
I guess they would always have posters.
But even the names way back when were kind of strange because right now Demolition Man is coming to mind.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with the Demolition Man.
Mm-hmm. No.
But it is like a destruction of something in a sense, like I don't think they
actually say Demolition Man in the movie.
Never.
No, they don't say that. That's wild.
And that's the name of the fucking movie, which was cool back in the day.
Yeah, I just kind of wish there's a movie that would just put out just a word. You know, I feel like Jordan Peele could do that. You know, just a word. But there's no marketing on it. It's just a word and a date. That's it. Don't show what's about. Don't say anything. Don't tell online. You know, hopefully the online fucking people don't catch a picture of Zendaya dressed as a cowboy. And you're like, oh, this is fucking Jordan Peele's new movie. No, nothing. Just Jordan Peele, The Floob, 2024. You're like, fuck, what the fuck is The Floob? And you don't know shit. And so you sit in the theater and you have to take it, whatever it is. That would be an awesome experiment, but I don't think the studios are so greedy. I don't think they would gamble.
No, because they want they
want them to make sure that their money is there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like
they want the
secure way. Yeah, the secure way to secure money.
Yeah. That's why there's all these 47 trailers, cuz if I see 4 trailers, somebody out there hasn't seen any of them, and they're going to catch the 4th one. And you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know there was a new Jurassic Park coming out. Like, oh, dog, come on. What do you mean? It's been all over the place. But I would want to see how that would go. Would that produce anything? And then your only form of marketing is word of mouth. Yo, Floob is the shit. It's the great. But I'm not going to tell you what it's about. You got to go see it for yourself, you know?
Like Bubble. Have you seen Bubble?
It's on my list, but I haven't seen Bubble.
Okay.
Is that has something to do with that, or are you just saying that Bubble's a good movie?
Yeah, Bubble is a very good fucking movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's on my list. I was gonna watch it yesterday, but for some reason I didn't do it.
I watched it yesterday. Great man, but a movie. I'm just remembering a lot of movies that did happen to me where I just saw the name in the poster and I was like, oh, what the fuck is happening? For example, the movie with Frank, the movie called Frank, with Donald Gleason and Michael Fassbender. I think you only see Michael Fassbender's face once. And I just saw the poster. The trailer was strange. I did not understand it, so I was like, what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah.
And I saw it and I liked it. It was a cool movie, but it was very different. It was something I would not see today.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with this episode. I'm just gonna title this episode "Trailers." That's it. You know, my titles are so long. I'm just gonna do trailers.
Same one.
I might not even do it in the description, but they kind of force you to do the description. But I might or might not. I'm gonna just do episode 177 trailers.
Just, on the description, just put our socials, and that's about it.
I'm gonna see how that works. But yeah, marketing is evolving so much that I'm curious to where it's gonna go. But like now is so much. There's so much of everything. It's kind of difficult to. You have to revolutionize something to make an impact now.
And
when you do, no one cares.
Exactly. But I think the marketing is going to where they always want you to watch something, but you still don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, that's also very true. I mean, that could be. It's all content, right? And that could be one of the main reasons why Netflix is tanking right now is because, well, number one, they spend $100 million per episode, right? To have you watch 2 hours of something. Wow, there's TikTok and Insties and Reels and YouTube who don't spend anything close to that, and you can still spend 2 hours on there.
Exactly, yeah.
And
Which
then
is, I hate that. I hate that I've spent more than 20 minutes, and by more than 20 minutes I said 3 hours one time, just watching reels, and I was like, oh my god, I've
missed out
awful.
So many nights of sleep where I'm like, I'm just gonna look at this real quick, and I blink and it's 4 a.m. like, fuck, I've been looking at doggies licking peanut butter off of mirrors for 2 hours. Fuck,
that's interesting.
Fuck. You're like, fuck.
Educational, no, but interesting.
But your dumb brain shuts off and you see the doggy just licking them. Fuck. Damn it. But that's what we're going on to now. I mean, we're part of it. We're trying to create something. We're trying to build something. We're creating content right now. You know, for you to spend an hour and 20 minutes and it's essentially not costing us anything, right? And there's podcasts out there. There's a lot of podcasts that are way even more successful than the biggest episode that Netflix has put out. Right? It's wild. It's pretty crazy. I mean, streaming is moving towards a different way, and that's a different thing with trailers too. Through streaming, right? They have to put their trailers online. They have to put their trailers on YouTube. There's no other way to do it.
No, because how the hell are you going to get people to get to your platform,
right,
to watch the thing?
What always annoyed me was when in the theater, when they talk about the movie that you're going to watch, as if they don't know that you're going to watch it right now.
Oh shit! Like they used to do back in the day.
They do it now.
What?
Like the two goobers in the Cinepolis and the Mexican one. The two goobers that talk about movies to watch.
Oh, those fuckers.
Yeah. They're like, you should watch Doctor Strange. I'm like, bitch, I'm in the Doctor Strange theater. It's just weird. It just annoys me that it's like, it's just a little thing that shouldn't matter, but it annoys me. Like you as a theater should know I'm in to watch Doctor Strange.
I thought you said like oh my god. Then
what were you thinking of?
Because way back in the day, and I'm talking before the 2000s or even after the 2000.
Okay.
Do you remember Cinema Star?
Yeah.
Okay. What they used to do is, and I don't know if you remember this, right before the movie starts, this dude just walked in, said, "Hi, my name is Fulanito. My name is."
Oh, they present the movie?
Yeah, John Doe.
Yeah.
The movie you're about to watch is a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's about something hours long. It's 2 hours long. And it stars this person, and this person. I hope you enjoy it. Have a nice evening.
You thought I said I hate that?
No. I thought you were talking about that.
No.
But no, I now remember that Bulisteria and the other chick.
Sure.
I hate them. I hate that. Not them, but I do find that.
Yeah, recommend movies. Recommend movies I'm not sitting in the theater to watch. They recommend shit that you're going to watch.
Like literally the thing you're about to watch, like you said.
That guy's dressed up as Doctor Strange and he's doing, you should watch Doctor Strange this month. I'm like, bitch, I'm in the theater to watch Doctor Strange. You should know that. Obviously, there's no way for them to know. But that part annoys me. But yeah, the presentation thing, I think they just reserve it for the premieres or they cut it out completely. Because I remember it could have been Harry Potter or it could have been Endgame when we went to go see that they did there, and that might have been the last time.
I think it was Endgame.
They did it for Endgame, right? Oh, bienvenidos. Van a ver Endgame. And we're like, yeah. Yeah, that'd have been the good old days. I don't mind those guys. I mean, they establish a sense of like of getting ready, you know. But I guess they just turn on the trailers and just let the whole thing go. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. I feel bad for those guys who are like, oh, I gotta talk to this fucking room full of people. Hey, you're gonna watch Harry Potter? And pretty cool. Enjoy.
I actually think it was really cool practice back then.
You miss it? You want it back?
Yeah, it was. I think I think and I feel it was part of the movie theater giving a fuck.
Oh, I thought you said like the movie going experience.
And well, that too. I mean, but it was interesting to watch the theater send somebody in to brace yourself, or even to see the faces who went to see the movie, because you saw it in their face when the theater was packed or when it was empty.
Yeah.
Because I remember being one of 5 people in a room, and the dude walks in and like, oh, you're about to watch this movie, and he was like, oh, I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, it's not long, so you're gonna have fun. But he was not happy.
I mean, when there's 5 people, there's no point. That's why I say they might have reserved it just for the premieres. I haven't been to a premiere in a long time. That's a lie.
Shit.
I mean, I was just at. Was that the premiere? No, right? For
Doctor Strange, yeah, premiered Wednesday, I think.
Okay, I went Thursday. Which was it? You know what was wild? The fucking theater wasn't full at all.
No, because the premiere when they do premieres, they're on daylight and everybody's working.
Which I like. It was a 4:45, and the theater it was not packed. There was enough people to like make noise when something happened and react. And they did, so like there was enough people to create some sort of atmosphere, but there wasn't enough to like become annoying. Too many people could be annoying, you know.
I keep hitting on that Brightburn experience that just fucked up.
But that was just annoying people. Because the theater wasn't full.
It was half full.
I mean, I guess there was people in there. Yeah, but we just had assholes behind us, and that can ruin an experience as well. Have you seen that after?
Brightburn? Yeah, a couple times.
It's on Netflix, I think, or it's coming on Netflix pretty soon.
It is on Netflix.
It's on right now, right? Yeah, Brightburn is a good one. I should rewatch that because my experience with it was like, oh man, this is tough.
that's the exact reason why I watched it again. Because that was so fucked up. I did enjoy the first time, but not completely because those people took me out. But it is a good one. It is fun. Yeah. That's another movie that used imagery in their trailer to grab you.
Yeah, and then they don't show you actually what happens, and then you have to go see the movie to see what happens.
Exactly. But there was this scene I can't remember if I saw it, and I watched it 3 times now. And I maybe skipped it because of N or Y reasons. Do you remember in the trailer when the woman pulls out the glass from her eye?
I mean, that's the part I'm talking about. They insinuate that, but they don't show that in the trailer.
No, they showed it in the trailer. In the Red Band one, they showed it.
Oh, the Red Band one.
Yeah, in the Red Band trailer, they showed her pulling the thing out of her eye, but I can't remember if I watched it in the movie.
Yeah. I remember that part, so yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I remember that part.
I was going to watch it again just to confirm that.
I'm pretty sure. I remember her pulling that shit out of the eye. Again, it could be the Red Band trailer, but I'm pretty sure that happens in the movie. Because I remember the trailer insinuating that was going to happen. Like, she gets up and her eyes all fucked, and she's about to pull it out, and then it cuts right before she pulls it out or whatever. That's what I meant by they tease you with that in the trailer, and then you have to go see it to actually see the girl pull that shit out the eye.
Yeah, but I mean, who normally watches the Red Band trailer? Not that many people, I think.
No, that's why it's relegated to YouTube, and if you really want to, that's what that's for, you know? And I get it. But bringing it back to like mindset, and like something can ruin your experience in the movie and that make you not want to not give a shit about that movie, you know? Like that Brightburn, right? I still, you know, when I see a movie in Spanish, I don't count it. It doesn't count. I still haven't seen.
So Aquaman.
No, I saw Aquaman, but I still haven't seen.
No, you watched the first time in Spanish, right?
Yeah. I saw that one in Spanish. I was pissed. I was gonna say Assassin's Creed, but I mean Creed 2.
Oh, Simón, güey.
Was that with you?
Yep.
I was so fucking furious because the movie starts in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck? And it says subtitles and everything. I'm like, fuck. There's nothing I can do. It was only like a handful of people in there. No one bitched and complained, so we had to sit there and watch the whole fucking thing in Spanish. So I'm gonna give you a warning right now for fucking Doctor Strange. I shat my pants. I thought I was in the same situation.
Oh, okay.
But no, they're speaking Spanish.
Oh, because of
America, America
Chavez.
Yeah, she's a Latina, and she's speaking Spanish. So I shat my pants. You know. So the first words out of the movie is the only spoiler I'm going to give for Doctor Strange are in Spanish. I was like, oh, okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. We're fucking good. I did shit my pants. I literally shit. I was like, wait, okay, oh fuck. I was gonna be so pissed.
That happened to me on the what's the movie with your wifey and Armie Hammer? You talked about it on the pod last week, I think.
Death of the Nile.
That's a pinche movie. My girl and I went to see that one, and it started with the French War, and I was like, "What the fuck? Are we in the good movie, the right movie?"
Yeah.
I went outside the theater.
No mames, it's French way.
Wait, I asked the fucker, "Is this the right fucking movie?" Because there's a French war going on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, that movie starts out weird, and that scene has nothing to do with the movie.
I mean, it does, but if you cut it out, it does. It's
inconsequential.
Exactly.
No pasa nada. Like
it's just to so you can recognize somebody right at the end.
Yeah, I understand what you mean because I did that with the. I played it, and then I had to exit to see if this is the right. I know exactly. I did that virtually, which is like, wait, what? And I paused it and I minimized the screen, or I backed out. Yeah, this is Death of the Nile. Oh, all right. Yeah, dude, that movie does that terribly.
I was so mad. I flipped my shit and I threw everything on the ground.
So wait.
No, that was an accident. I threw the whole tray of popcorn and soda on the ground by accident, and we were the only guys with popcorn trays. So when we got out, the clerks just looked at me like,
it's
"Yo,
obvious.
You're gonna die." Yeah, it was obvious I did because I even handed them the tray, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And my girl just looked at me like, "Oh, you stupid fucker! I'm not taking you out ever again."
You're like a sad puppy dog just handled the tray looking down.
Yeah. I had the tray, looked at my girl like, "Do you love me?" She was like, "Well, I'm stuck now."
Pues ya que, wey. But yeah, that movie does do that, some bullshit. But yeah, speaking of trailers, let's get to the after we were talking mad shit. Let's get to the only trailer. I mean, this week has been really, really fucking meh. You feel me?
I mean, the Kenobi trailer came out, but it's exactly the same thing. The teaser was more interesting.
Yeah, I don't. I just watched the teaser. I think we did a teaser. I don't know. I feel like I've seen this trailer before or a snippet of House of Dragons, but apparently I haven't because this is the official teaser trailer.
Yeah, it was a snippet. What we saw, it was like maybe a couple seconds worth of images.
Maybe, but I felt like I had seen it before. But again, like we're gonna do here on the show, when the trailer comes out, we're not gonna touch upon it. We might talk about it all the way up until it comes out. But the House of Dragons is based on the George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the series set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. It tells the story of the House Targaryen. The series is going to star Millie Alcock, Bethany Antonia, Emily Carey. Who else do I recognize here? Matt Smith.
Okay, bracket.
And Olivia Cook are the only people I recognize.
Who was Olivia Cook?
The Mija from Ready Player One.
Oh, con razón. Because I saw it. That's why I said like, oh yeah. Because I saw her photo and I'm like, oh, she's looking mad cute.
Yeah.
Bracket. In Morbius, did Sam Smith look like he was having a fucking bomb ass time?
Like,
because that's the only good thing I've heard about that movie. Like Matt Smith looking like he's having fun with that role.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe.
Well, I might have to watch the movie. Chingada madre.
I mean, you can say so. Yeah, that he's having fun. Compared to Jared Leto, yeah.
Oh shit! I mean, compared to Jared Leto, everybody's having fun.
Jared Leto's just there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess you can say that. I think it's because I never thought about that. But yeah, you can say that Matt Smith is having fun in that movie. You can tell that he had fun filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll save you 2 hours. Yeah. You're still going to watch it because you don't. Da la verga. You want to see if it's actually that bad.
Oh, no. I am completely and utterly sure that it's bad. But I want to watch Matt Smith and what the fuck does he do? Because I'm a fan of that guy. The first time I watched him was in Doctor Who, and I became a immediate fan.
In the early aughts of his career and Eddie Redmayne career, I would confuse them.
Oh, yeah. They look very similar.
You can swap them, and they can play the same guy. Like
I think Matt Smith has a little bit more range than Eddie Redmayne.
Really?
Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne has a fucking Oscar, dog.
I know, but I mean, his characters have all been kind of broody.
Have you seen Danish Girl?
Yes.
That's he's been broody.
Touche.
There you go. But
That was
I'm
a
saying
good fucking movie.
I still haven't seen it, but I burned you without seeing the movie. You can flip. I feel like you can give Matt Smith movies that Eddie Redmayne's been in. They can be the same guy. I feel like they're sitting in the same casting when movies are coming out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You could I could easily see Sam Smith, and he'd probably be better as Newt.
I was thinking about that exactly because after watching him on Doctor Who, he would have made a way better Newt than Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah. But to be fair, Matt Smith. This is another one because I was thinking, could he play Hellboy? Because he's got the same kind of face.
Nah, because Hellboy, I mean...
he's got to be buff, yes. That's true.
Not to diss... I mean, he was buff and Marvelous. But not to diss Matt Smith, but he has a big forehead that could fit the horns.
I mean, he just has that structural... He just have that face. I don't want to say está feo el cabrón, but he just got a cartoony face. I didn't say it. He just has that face. He kind of looks like Ron Perlman a little bit. Don't you see?
No.
You don't see it?
Nope. But if fucking Kumail Nanjiani buffed the fuck up for his role in Eternals,
yeah,
Matt Smith could definitely do it and play Hellboy.
I just find their face kind of similar.
So House of the Dragon.
Speaking of faces, no. House of Dragon. Where are you on it with this one?
I'm lukewarm at best.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say this, but I'm lukewarm at best. It has dragons breathing fire, and I'm not excited.
I'm not excited neither. I thought it was just me being in a fussy mood.
I mean, did Game of Thrones, the last Game of Thrones seasons, fucked us that much? I think
they
or is it too late?
I think they fatigued us a little. This show has to be really, 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 really good. Every episode has to be a 9 or a 10.
Oh, yes.
Because if it's an 8 or below, I mean, 8 could still be passable, but there has to be more higher levels than 8s.
But 8 has to be the lowest you can get.
And every once in a while, every 4 episodes, you have to throw an 8 in there.
Mm-hmm.
But, because if it's anything below that, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't have a mediocre Game of Thrones series.
And for what I've heard and read on the internet, like Game of Thrones fans are mad. They're pissed because of the series. Because Martin hasn't finished the fucking books.
Oh.
Because this series allegedly is based on a book that doesn't have dialogues or anything. So they're sticking shit in.
They're Fantastic Beasts in it.
Exactly. So
I feel you.
So
I think that's why we're like meh.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I'm not into Game of Thrones to the point where I haven't read any word of the books, and I am not interested to do that. Even though I've heard that the books are very, 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 very cool.
But you love the series.
Part of it, yeah.
Oh. I mean, 1 out of 10 fandom for Game of Thrones.
1 out of 10, I'm gonna say a 7.
Oh shit, really?
I mean, but gracias perra, estoy rascando. I'm barely a 7. I mean, solid 6.
Word.
Oh
shit, I'm not bigger Game of Thrones fan than you. I really, really loved the series. It was great. It's one of the best series of all time.
Oh, I was thinking like overall because I love the series.
Right, I'm saying your love for the series. Like, I'm not going to read the books, Neva. I appreciate the series. We watched it.
Oh, love of the series. I think 8.59.
Oh, there you go. You're saying fandom in respect of like reading and like deep diving and. Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm like a 6. You know. Am I going to need a fucking recap? Yes. You know, and it's funny because in the trailer he says, only thing that's left or anything that will be remembered is your name. And I'm like, no, I won't. I'm not going to remember none of y'all motherfuckers' names. I don't remember none of y'all motherfuckers' names from the fucking Game of Thrones.
I think that we're talking about the Targaryen last name, but that's about it.
I know, we're talking about that. Literal.
Okay.
Because his name is going to be like Gunderfloob, whatever. His name's going to be like fucking...
that's the name of the show. Floob. Of this episode, the Floobs.
His name's going to be like, you know, Thunder Thighs or what. If it's Thunder Thighs, I would remember. If it's Thunder Thighs, I remember. But they're going to have weird ass fucking last names, right? But even though in the trailer they kind of touch upon other ones, you know, they mentioned, they didn't mention Stark. Who did they mention in the beginning?
Mormons.
And then somebody else, the other guy?
I can't remember. The black guy with the white dreads.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's going to be 10 episodes for the series.
10? Okay.
It's not bad. Debuts August 21st. It's going to be on HBO Max. But again, I just feel because there are established expectations on what a Game of Thrones series is and should be. It's just, I feel bad for it because it has to be 8, 9s, or 10s and very low, like not that many 8 episodes, you know? So it's an uphill battle, I feel like, for the series.
Uphill battle, and it's on its knees.
Yeah, because what I see from it, all I see is dragons. Really, it is the teaser though. But we need to see. Game of Thrones is not just about dragons. It's about all the bullshit and the actual Game of Thrones that happens behind the scenes. That's like, oh, you see that motherfucker make that play? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dragons are an alluring thing. That's what lured me to watch the series. Like, oh shit, they're real dragons. Okay, yeah. But then I came for the dragons, but stayed for the drama.
Because the dragons don't appear till like later in the first season, no?
That's that's last episode of the first season, I think. They hatch.
Yeah,
but like full grown dragons, like third, fourth season, maybe.
Right. But it's just all the scheming shit that happens, and then all the stories at the same time. They just there's really not like a boring story. Maybe, okay, for Bubbles and I, we didn't give a fuck about Jon Snow. But if you didn't give a fuck about Jon Snow, there's 20 other people that you can possibly give a fuck about, right? And then everybody's doing their own little thing. So it's hard to even say that there's a main character in Game of Thrones because there's probably like 3 or 4.
There's something for everybody. And when I mean everybody, I do mean everybody. Because there was this motherfucking... I hated this episode, but not because it was bad, but because of what was in it. Remember, I don't think you can't remember, but let's try it out. Remember, there was an episode where the Kingsguard went to a brothel, and the captain went to the mistress and said, "Bring me the youngest one." And he was like, "No, younger." And the lady brings out like a teenager, and he was like, "No, younger."
A la verga.
And then she brings like a 10-year-old girl, and like, she will do. And that's the only thing we know. And then he dies, gratifyingly beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't remember how he dies, but the younger thing I remember.
Yeah, that was something I couldn't forget. And it gave me closure when he was dead. I'm like, oh my god. So
there's just like a little, you know, that's just like a guard. That's not. He didn't have a major part to play in the series at all.
I think he was like a captain, but still. He was like, yeah, still he was a minor character overall.
I don't even remember what he looks like, but yeah. But then it also got super confusing because they changed that one guy a bunch of times.
Yeah, the guy that was
The guy that was tirándole
Daenerys?
pedo. Yeah. They
Yeah,
changed
'cause-
him like 4 times.
4. I remember it was Ed Screen,
Yeah.
and then they changed it for the guy that the bearded guy, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
and then
I
they
saw
changed
the
him
knife.
again, didn't they?
No shit, neta?
I thought so. I thought he got changed 2 or 3 times.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I don't know, but it gets confusing. But if we understood it, right? We're dumb fucks. We got it. So I just very, very key. It can't all just be dragons. There has to be some scheming shit. It has to be interesting. You have to have interesting characters that have interesting things, and all of them have to be different and to captivate us. It's just a very uphill battle, you know? I can't remember. Do you remember of a spin-off that did better or the same as the original series? As I said those words, Better Call Saul came to mind.
Yep.
But I didn't care for. I gave Better Call Saul like a few episodes, but it didn't grasp me enough. I didn't care enough. I don't think it's better than Breaking Bad.
I've never watched Better Call Saul. So a
lot of people do. A lot of people like it.
Oh yeah,
It's
for what I've heard,
for sure.
The Mandalorian maybe.
Is that a spin-off of a series?
That's a spin-off. That's a Star Wars spin-off.
I would say Boba is a spin-off of Mando, and that didn't work.
Oh no, that was a total dumpster fire.
I'm thinking a spin-off of a show that did better, of a show specifically. Because Mando's from a universe, an established universe that everybody knows and loves, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I can't remember one at the top of my dome.
Because we're getting more HBO Maxes. Because I would say Peacemaker, but again, that's not a spin-off of a show. That's a spin-off of a movie, and that worked. I can't think of a show that's a spin-off of a show that did just as good a job or better. Maybe Better Call Saul.
Wait, I saw How I Met Your Father. Yeah, no. No.
Told you that with the fucking 30-second
Hilary
trailer.
Duff is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Friend is cute as fuck.
Yeah. But no.
But there's no redeeming qualities to the series.
But no. I don't even like How I Met Your Mother. I'm not going to sit there and watch How I Met Your Father. No. Is there even anything for fans?
Yeah, the apartment one of the friends lives in. So it's Hilary Duff. She lives with a friend.
Yeah.
Then like the guy friend who's gonna be the romantic interest, I think. His friend. Man, God, this is so convoluted. He lives on the old apartment, like the How I Met Your Mother's like main apartment.
Yeah.
He lives there. And he said, "Oh, the guys even the old couple that live here even left their swords." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, way to shoehorn that in."
So it's in the same universe for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you recommending it?
No, fuck no. I have a way better recommendation to this. No mames, no,
Which is what? Let's get into the recommendations, bro.
So, Bubble, watch that one.
Bubbles.
It's gorgeous. I mean, God damn it.
It does look nice. Very colorful.
It's beautiful. And parkour.
Parkour. Is it digitalized anime? Because it has like CGI to it. It's not just anime, right?
It is anime, but the CGI parts are very beautifully done.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Bubble.
Yeah, you don't say I didn't sit down and say, "Oh, that's blatantly CGI." They blended it perfectly. And there's one. The other one is a 10-episode series called Kotaro Lives Alone. It's like it's the story of a 4-year-old who goes to live in like an apartment complex, a small one in Japan, and he befriends every one of his neighbors, and it just tugs at your heartstrings.
Okay.
Well, I was finding myself trying to cry every time.
That's the big one.
Yeah, and the other one for shits and giggles is Metal Lords.
Okay, the movie.
Yeah, the movie it's funny, it's quirky, and Joe Manganiello looks like a badass. How about you?
I was thinking about watching that movie, but I didn't feel like it. It's not my speed, but it's funny.
Hey, I watched it with my mom and she liked it.
Okay, I might throw it on there. I'm not a metalhead, but I feel like that's not really about that.
Actually, you don't have to be a metalhead. It plays a strong part in the movie, but you don't have to be a metalhead to get it or even to enjoy it because it's a good movie. It's fun.
Yeah, I might do that. I tried to watch the Pentaveret. You seen that?
The what?
It's the new Mike Myers series on Netflix.
Oh, I was burnt. I got Mike Myers burnout after Goldmember. After that,
that was 20 years ago.
I haven't seen anything Mike Myers has done.
Lies. You seen Shrek?
Hold on. After Shrek, that I've liked. Because The Love Guru, he was going hard on the paint with that one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it ever. I haven't watched
that one either, but I feel like I should. Mike Myers is the GOAT, man. He's one of the greatest. But he does have a lot of hit and misses, and I feel like this is a miss. I fell asleep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's weird. It's about like an Illuminati organization that they try to fit new members in, and they keep dying, and there's like some kind of mystery, and you have to figure out who's killing all these people. And he plays like 17 different characters, and they're funny. There's some Mike Myers jokes, some double entendres, and some puns, and but there's just not enough for me to like stick through it. And it's only 6 episodes in the 30 minutes, so it could have been it could have been a better tight movie. If you just cut out a lot of the bullshit and just, you could have made a movie out of it, but it's 6 episodes at 30 minutes long. I think I made it through 4, and I was just like,
Verga, güey.
Why I'm not? Why? And I'm only have like 3 episodes left, but I don't have any desire finishing it.
Okay.
So I do not recommend it, but give it a shot if you're into that kind of shit. And because I'm a cheesy fuck, I watch because we had Star Wars Day, and last week we talked about Star Wars, and I posted a N64 Rogue Squadron review on my personal channel. Make sure you go watch that.
Bomb video.
On a Star Wars Day, I was like, I'm gonna be a cheesy mamon, and I watched The Empire of Dreams, the story of the Star Wars trilogy on Disney Plus. Have you watched that?
No.
You would love it. It's fantastical. It is great. It's I think it's over 2.5 hours long, but they go through the struggles of making the first movie, every detail of, how he started, the thought of, like, it starts from George's, his upbringing and where he's from and all that shit. And then who he came up with. He came up with Frank Coppola, Steven Spielberg, and I forgot the other guy. It was just like a crew of like bangers. Of like
Steven Spielberg, Coppola, George Lucas,
somebody else. I forgot the other guy. He just got like Robert Redford, su compilla, and he's like, it's just like that class is insane. And then the struggles of him just making the first one and his deal with the merchandising, and they just wanted to get past the first one, and the struggles he had and how terrible the first cut of it was, and then the revolutionizing, and then the visual effects of the first, like they focus a lot on the first one. Like the first one is probably a little bit more than, it's probably half of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Then he goes into the second one, and then the third one. It's just that we love this kind of shit, and you would enjoy it. I'm kind of shook that you haven't seen it. Empire of Dreams, the story of the Star Wars trilogy on Disney Plus.
I rarely boot up Disney Plus, actually.
And again, I'm not a gigantic Star Wars guy. I just really love the behind the scenes and what are they thinking and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. But I remember this was one that I caught on TV. It was like fucking years ago. I think this is not new by any means. I think this came out 2007. 2007. I think the prequels were already done, which Felix and I are doing the prequels for the list. Make sure you go watch. Episode 1 is uploaded now. Make sure you go watch that now. It's very, very fun. It's a good video. I like the thumbnails. But I caught this on TV, and I was just like into it, right? But it's so long, and then with the commercials, I didn't get to finish it, but I just never knew exactly what I was watching, It was like on a random channel, like Golden or whatever, that they don't really tell you what the hell you're just watching, and then they go to commercial and they come back, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? But Empire of Dreams, the story of Star Wars trilogy, is good. I really recommend it to you 100%. I think it's really, really good, and it's fun.
Thanks. Hell yeah, I'm going to watch it.
I also recommend you to like, comment, and subscribe on this Betty Betty channel. If you're on the audio realm, please leave a review. Help us boost ratings and all that. And if you're not and you're on the YouTubes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on trailers, thoughts on House of Le Dragon, any and all thoughts down there in the comments. You can follow me personally at Enterprises, Paurazas is my last name, as well as my YouTube channel at EYEWAI with the little icon of Mikey from Recess. That's me. Insty, you can follow the channel as well on the Facebook and the Instagrammies. Geeks, Flicks, and Joysticks. You can follow my ghostly friend at Jafel91. All that good stuff. Make sure you're subscribed to channels. More stuff coming. Programming changes coming next month. You got to be stay tuned to I can tell you what the fuck going on in the deal. Yeah. Anything else I'm forgetting, Mr. Felix? Anything you want to say to the beautiful people? Mi compa Felix.
Yes, please be darlings. Give us some love and give some love to your neighbor with Butt Munch a Bunch.
Oh, Butt Munch a Bunch your neighbor. Oh, isn't forever. You do.
Bye. Imagine munching your verga away.
You pissed me off. No. It's because my neighbor's an old lady, so I'm like, no.
I mean, old ladies need love too.